question number 4, Stuart McMillan.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. To ask the First Minister whether the Scottish Government considers the drug policy should be devolved or amended.
First Minister.
Yes, we believe there is a compelling case that the Misuse of Drugs Act 1971 needs to be substantially amended so that action can be taken to help halt the emergency of drugs deaths. If the UK Government continues to refuse to allow Scotland to take innovative approaches to tackling drug deaths, such as establishing medically supervised drug consumption facilities, we call on them to devolve the powers to this Parliament so that we can do what is necessary. This week, the Scottish Affairs Committee began their inquiry into problem drug use to examine the issue. The evidence submitted to the committee so far overwhelmingly supports the need for Scotland to be given additional powers in this area.
Stuart McMillan.
Thank you, Presiding Officer, and I'd like to thank the First Minister for that reply, and also like to refer members to my register of interests. Despite the emergency, the UK Government still refuses to act, and in November every party in this Parliament, except the Tories, voted to call on the UK Government to change the law to allow safe consumption facilities or empower the Scottish Parliament to do so. Does the First Minister agree that further UK Government delay means further harm, further deaths for some of the most vulnerable people in Scotland?
First Minister.
Yes, I do. I think there is a recognition across this Parliament, and I think that is without exception, that we need to look at different ways of tackling the drugs challenge, and in particular reducing the number of people who lose their lives to drugs. But as Jackson Callow and I spoke about a few weeks ago, that does mean a willingness to look at different approaches and to be innovative. The Tories have called on the government to do that. We are willing to do that. But I would today again call on the Tories to drop the knee-jerk opposition to safe consumption facilities. Dr Andrew Macaulay, who's a senior research fellow at Glasgow Caledonian University, has said just recently that Glasgow's case for a drug consumption room is arguably the most compelling Europe has seen. So if it is the case that the UK Government will not act to do that, then it should devolve the powers to allow this Parliament to do that as part of an overall approach to making sure we take the innovative action to deal with what is a massive challenge for all of us.
Miles Briggs.